it will be possible in fact. So this is the process of communication. Now moving towards the elements of process of communication. Now these are the elements of process of communication. The very first point is sender. In a very simplest manner, we can define it. The person who sends the information is known as sender. Similarly, receiver can be defined as the person who receives the informations or message is known as receiver. Now moving towards encoder. Encoder is when the original message is being converted by the sender or any device, means when the original message is being transferred to its coded form by the person or any device, it is known as encoder. So person or device both can do it in fact. So at that moment that they will be encoder, means original is being converted into the coded form. As we go towards the electronically, if you think about it, so when we communicate the information or message through mobile, the same words or the same language is not being sent by the mobile, it is being encoded in the number, in the ASCII code in fact. So things are being done by that moment, by that instant, it is done by the device, that is mobile or computer or anything in fact. So at that moment that becomes encoder. Similarly decoder, when the receiver, from the receiver side, when the original message, when the encoded message is being received by the receiver, so before that it is converted into original form, means original message which was coded, which was changed in its coded form by the encoder, that encoded message is being converted into its original form. So that will be done by the person or by any device. That person or device will be known as decoder before receiving that sort of message by the receiver. So encoder means original message converted into its coded form, and decoder means the coded message converted into its original form. Let us take an example in fact. Suppose in exam your roll number, in any exam in fact, your roll number, suppose it is 1, 2, 3 in fact. It is the original in fact. We are going to change it. Suppose I have changed it like this manner in fact. Z is signified as 1, Y is signified by as 2, and X is signified as 3. And similarly, we can say X, Z, Y, X, W, and similarly we are going to place it. So it is the original or it is the coded message. So original message being converted, so this very process will be known as encoding. And similarly, things are being done by the encoder. It may be the person or it may be a device. So things are being done. the person or device whosoever will be, who will do this sort of things, in fact, that will be known as encoder. But the process or technology through which they are going to do this thing, in fact, that is known as encoding. And similarly, in the other way, decoding, when or coded message is converted into its original form, then it is known as decoding. It was encoding. So the process or technology which was used for the sake of converting original message into its coded form, that was known as encoding, and coded message to its original form, it is known as decoding. Okay. Now moving towards message. This is the content which is used to send from the side of sender to that of receiver. And the next one is channel. It is a medium which is used by the sender and receiver to communicate the content, in fact. Next is noise. Noise is an unwanted element which is going to disturb the process of communication. These might be physical noise, electrical noise, and thermal noise. So these are an unwanted element which disturb the process of communication. When we communicate, there are a lot of things which takes place, in fact, which through that's why we are not able to listen properly what the sender said, in fact. The next one is feedback. Feedback is the response of communication. It may be positive, it may be negative. Suppose I am communicating to you people, in fact, it might be possible you may be able to understand. If you are able to understand, you can say you will respond in a positive manner. If you are not able to understand, you will respond in negative manner. So positive and negative feedback, it depends upon the sender, depends upon the receiver, and the communicating environment also. So there are a lot of factors upon which this feedback, in fact, depends. Thanks to you, but in the next class we will discuss other topic. Okay, thank you.